Practically manufactured to preserve hierarchy. His core belief, liberation through education, empowerment through organization, it was a theory of social reformation, not a slogan. Long before the modern state spoke of human capital, Narayan Guru argued that education is the most potent instrument for dismantling structural inequality. His insistence on education anticipated later thinkers like Dr. Ambedkar, who would similarly argue that political democracy is impossible without social and educational democracy. Narayan Guru established ITIs, organized industrial exhibitions, and urged backward communities to become producers, not dependents. Guru promoted industrial training, skill development, and modern agricultural workshops to link dignity with employment. His movement directly contributed to the rise of industrial and entrepreneurial communities across Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and coastal Karnataka. Narayan Guru viewed employment and industry as tools of social and emancipation, not as threats to cultural or spirituality. His emphasis on productive labor stands in direct opposition to anti-industrial and regressive economic thinking. Narayan Guru advanced women's empowerment by promoting education, opposing regressive customs, affirming gender equality and enabling women's public participation, asserting that social justice is impossible without women's dignity and equal opportunity. Narayan Guru realized that ideas without institutions cannot transform society. This led to the creation of Sri Narayan Guru Paripalana Yogam as platform for collective empowerment. SNDP was not founded as a caste organization, but as a social reform movement to annihilate caste itself.
SNDP
Purpose was to organizing the oppressed to negotiate power, not beg for charity. Through SNDP, Guru institutionalized schools and educational hostels, libraries and reading rooms, social reform campaigns, agricultural and industrial workshops, and moral and intellectual leadership among backward communities. SNDP functioned as a counter-hegemonic public institution, giving marginalized communities access to education, self-respect, and leadership. It created what modern sociology calls social capital, which is networks of trust, collective action, and shared purpose essential for democratic participation. Narayan Guru's influence was not confined to Kerala. His historic dialogue with Mahatma Gandhi in 1925 altered the intellectual course of freedom movement. It made Gandhiji confront a fundamental truth that caste is not cultural diversity, it is institutionalized injustice. Using the mango tree analogy, Narayan Guru revealed that though leaves differ, their essence is same, making Gandhiji realize that caste and religion, not diversity, are the world's deepest social problems. It is no coincidence that after meeting Narayan Guru, Gandhiji sharpened his stance and untouchability, simplicity, and intercaste marriage. Gandhiji refused to attend weddings if it were not an intercaste marriage. Narayan Guru also shaped the ethical universe of Rabindranath Tagore, who acknowledged that dividing human beings in the name of religion is the greatest injustice. the idea of Tagore's universal man was inspired by the works of Narayan Guru. Thus, Narayan Guru stands at the ideological crossroads of modern India by bridging spirituality, rationalism, humanism, and social justice. Today's India faces a paradox. We boast of economic growth, digital expansion, and global influence, yet social solidarity is weakening and hatred is being normalized. Caste has not disappeared, but it has just changed to grammar. Communalism no longer speaks openly of hierarchy, it speaks the language of identity, fear, and majoritarian pride. Narayan Guru foresaw this danger. He understood that when religion is separated from compassion and ethics, it becomes a tool of domination. Guru's philosophy directly counters religious majoritarianism, cultural nationalism without equality, and identity politics without justice. His message reminds us that nation building without social justice is merely state building, not democracy. Though geographically rooted in Kerala, Narayan Guru's influence crossed linguistic and state boundaries, shaping reform movements along the Karnataka coast, especially in Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, Uttara Kannada, and parts of Malnadu. The Billava, Ilava, Idiga, Mogavira, and other backward communities of coastal Karnataka drew inspiration from Narayan Guru's call for dignity, education, and organization. His message strengthened anti-caste assertion and self-respect movement in the region. This is one of the main reasons for strong resistance to attempts by communal forces to divide the people in the region. Basavanna's Kayaka finds a direct echo in Narayan Guru's insistence on economic self-reliance alongside spiritual growth. Basavanna democratized devotion through vachanas. Narayan Guru democratized divinity itself, asserting that human beings are not graded by birth but equal by existence. Both transformed religion from a tool of exclusion into a language of social justice. The government of Karnataka is advancing Narayan Guru's ideals by embedding equality and human dignity at the core of governance. By declaring Narayan Guru's Jayanti in 2016, the state ensured his message of social harmony reaches every corner of Karnataka. His writings are being translated into Kannada and published, democratizing knowledge and strengthening crucial consciousness. Karnataka institutionalized his legacy by establishing the Brahmasri Narayan Guru Adhyayana Peeta at Mangalore University with a rupees 1 crore grant in 2013 and an additional 2 crore grant in 2023. The government recently taken a decision to grant 5 acres of land to Narayan Guru Mutt. These initiatives reflect Karnataka's commitment to social justice, equal opportunity, and dignity-based governance rooted in Guru's belief that birth must never determine destiny. The Shivgiri pilgrimage cannot remain a yearly ritual. It must become a continuous social movement. I call upon religious leaders to speak against hatred, scholars to take Narayan Guru's philosophy into classrooms, youth to challenge injustice, not inherit silence, and political institutions to align governance with ethical values. Let us reject the politics of division and embrace the politics of dignity. Let us remember that hatred multiples hatred, silence legitimates injustice, and dialogue strengthens democracy. May the dialogue between Narayan Guru and Mahatma Gandhi ji continue to inspire courage, clarity, and conscience. May Shivgiri remind us that India's strength lies not in uniformity but in equal humanity. That is the India Narayan Guru envisioned. That is the India Shivgiri stands for. That is the India we must collectively build. Jai Hind, Jai Samvidhan, Jai Narayan Guruji.
ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಬಾಸ್ ಟಿವಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚಾನೆಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ.